So maybe you're wondering, do I have to work out to lose weight and get the body of my dreams? Over the next couple minutes, we're going to actually get to the bottom of if working out is actually a necessary part of getting to your dream body. Also, at any time, please feel free to go ahead, click down below, or head over to midsectionmelt.com to claim your complimentary midsection treatment and your clinical consultation with us, where if we don't get you measurable results on the spot, we actually pay you $50 for your time. Hey, it's Trevor Buccieri, America's favorite weight loss and midsection fat loss expert, helping our patients lose well over 500,000 pounds and counting. And now I'm sharing the same transformation secrets with you that I've already helped over 25,000 people with. And in this video, I'm going to actually dispel the myths of the workout and its place in getting to our dream bodies. So let's dive in. So, do we need it? Do we not? The simple answer here is no, it isn't absolutely necessary. However, it depends on what you're actually looking to achieve. There's one thing that I'm going to point to that is absolutely necessary. It comes down to nutrition. But it cannot be a diet. It cannot be something that is dreaded. It can't be something that we are not looking forward to, something that we're excited about, something that's enjoyable. That is a diet as we know it. It needs to be taste-centered, clean eating. It needs to taste amazing, and it needs to be food that is on the way, not in the way. And the whole dichotomy, it exists together. It's not two separate things. They are actually adjoined as one. You can have things that taste amazing, that are absolutely getting you to your goal. And that's what's missing, is the perception that the whole broccoli and cardboard thing is absolutely a myth if it's done right. And I can tell you that I've done so many different variations of nutrition programs. In many cases, it seems that, wow, we're really stuck to the absolute basics here, and we're not getting out of the cardboard and broccoli zone. That seems to be the only thing that is actually promoted and the only thing that's actually shown to us. However, how sustainable is that? All right. So again, if there's one thing that we want to be concentrating on, it is taste-centered, clean eating, not a diet, something that's absolutely simple to implement, simple to understand, and we can do anywhere, something that's empowering, something that we know, oh, I can go out to a restaurant and I can eat like this and I don't feel like I'm captive. I don't feel like I have to avoid social situations. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Because at the end of the day, nutrition is the queen, it's the king, it's the ace, it's absolutely everything. We are what we eat. We can never outrun our fork. We can never out-train bad nutrition. That's really what it comes down to. So, is a workout needed? No, it's not needed, but many of our patients come in saying, okay, I'm ready to get in the best shape of my life. I want my dream body. And again, it depends on what they have in their mind, what they would like to achieve, whether a workout is going to get them there or not. Some just say, hey, I just want to actually just lose this 40 pounds and I want to drop down, 4 dress sizes. I'd like to flatten my stomach because I have a lot of clothing I'd like to wear in my closet. I'm not looking to, get into the best shape of my life. I just want to lose this weight that I've put on over the last 3 years. Okay, you know what? That may not be necessary, a workout program in that particular case. But however, many patients who come to us, they're on a mission to get their dream bodies. And this is the fine detail work. Because here's what it comes down to. 1 workout per week is going to enable you to go to your next level of you. 2 workouts per week is going to enable you to go from your next level to the next level. 3 workouts per week, you go next level you. And you're just bettering and bettering and bettering. All this said, there are several principles and what we call the pillars that must be in place for a successful exercise regime. These are the foundations of really how I designed our entire program specifically for weight loss and also targeted fat loss. Specifically, my background is in exercise physiology and also nutrition, and it's really interesting because there are so many different ways that we can actually design a exercise program, a fitness program. It needs to, number one, it needs to match with the specific goal of the person who's utilizing it. So in other words, a bodybuilding routine is not the best routine for weight loss and targeted fat loss. A routine that's specifically built for a lacrosse player is not going to be the best suited for someone who's looking to lose weight and also targeted fat loss in, say, the midsection, the thighs, or the arms. Secondly, it needs to be extremely time efficient. It needs to be extremely time efficient. Now, if you enjoy working out, you are in the 3 to 5%. I will say, the more you get into it, the more you feel the benefits, the more you say, wow, I really do enjoy this. But I really know only a very, very few percentage of the population who say, man, I wish I could work out 2-3 hours a day. It does not need to be that way. 30 minutes is perfect. What I also will say is that I've gotten into the routine myself over the past, I'd say 5 to 7 years of working out at home, because A, you don't need that much equipment to actually get an amazing workout, and B, it saved me 50% of the time, from driving out, going to a facility, getting changed, driving back from the facility, getting changed when I get home, so on and so forth. It needs to be time efficient, or else it becomes inconvenient. If it's inconvenient, then we are really, really in a situation to where it's like, well, how are we going to be consistent with this? Because at that point, it becomes easy in some situations to justify why we're not going to be doing it a particular day. And that ruins our consistency, and then our results just start to dissipate, or the speed of our acceleration towards getting our dream body is drastically slowed down. Next, it needs to be able to fit all ability levels for progression and regression. I've been working with tens of thousands of patients literally over the past, I'd say 28 years. Yeah, it's 28 plus years that I've been doing this, and I've met all ability levels. I've worked with professional athletes down to nonverbal, non-ambulatory, basically special needs children. I worked with them, getting them mobile in wheelchair situations where they weren't even able to actually communicate with me. They weren't able to actually walk on their own. And what I've learned through that process is how to regress and also progress every single move to a myriad of levels. We have a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3. So we have a beginner, intermediate, and also an advanced variation. So it can be challenging for the person who's in the best shape, and it can also actually be adaptable for someone who says, oh my gosh, I blew out my knee, or I have a bad back, or my feet really hurt, so I have to have no impact, or I don't have the strength to do a push-up. All these things need to be accounted for. So it needs to fit all ability levels for progression and regression, and also to feel successful. So that we're not sitting on the sidelines thinking to ourselves, I knew it. See, I can't do this. It needs to be fulfilling. It needs to be achievement-oriented, not failure-oriented, not a one-size-fit-all, because we are not one-size-fit-all individuals. None of us are, from a nutrition standpoint, from an exercise standpoint, anything, all right? Next, it needs to be fun. It needs to be enjoyable. Like I mentioned, man, there's only a few percentage of the population who are like, I love this. I could work out all day long. However, it doesn't need to be something that's daunting. And if it's something that's daunting and something that we're like, oh my gosh, I can't stand this. It's like, how long are we going to do that? Because we don't like to truly endure torture. We want something that's actually enjoyable, something that's fun, something that's enthusiastic, something that has a lot of energy. So that's a very, very important part of an exercise regime. It also needs to be simple to implement. It needs to be plug and play. It needs to be give it a start, complete it, you're done for the day. Simplistic is the ultimate complexity. That's what it comes down to. Not a ton of complexity, not overcomplicated. With the advancement of exercise, what I've seen around is that there's these variations that really require an extremely high level of coordination and understanding and proprioception of body mechanics in terms of knowingness of body awareness and balance and all these things to be able to complete these things. So in many cases, patients start to try these moves and they feel like they're failing right to begin with. It can't be that way. All right. Now you can have variations, and we do that in many of our advanced variations so that it's challenging to all levels, but it also needs to be actually regressible to where someone can start at a level 1 and then they say, oh my gosh, I feel successful in this. I'm ready for level 2. Let's try it. And then they can progress to level 2 and they can be successful there. And then they can continue to improve there, and eventually maybe try that higher level variation as opposed to just being like, I'll never be able to do that. We already talked about this as well, as it needs to be convenient. It needs to be something that, again, and I guess you could look at this really on the same level as time efficiency. It needs to be convenient. All right. So it either needs to be close by or it needs to be something that's like, man, I don't need to have all the equipment in the world to do this. And I'll tell you what, you really don't, because you'll actually get way more out of your body weight than you would out of anything, especially from a balance standpoint and from a core development standpoint. And, like I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to circle all the way back around here, is that it needs to be designed specifically for the goal that you're looking to accomplish. There are hundreds and thousands, I would say, of different styles, because, once you really get into program design and once you get into, learning all the different variations of, say, training, from a standpoint of exercise physiology, there comes down to biomechanics and kinesiology, all these different ology terms. There is a specific routine you could design for a chess player. Literally. literally, right? There really is. Once you actually understand all the working parts that would need to be included in a great program. So making sure that we're actually doing a program that's designed specifically for the goal that we're looking for is going to actually get us to the goal that much quicker, as opposed to being like, oh my gosh, I was doing a bowling routine and I'm trying to lose weight and also spot reduce in my midsection. Oh man, I was kind of wasting a lot of my time. So there you have it. Now you know exactly what role exercise has in getting to your dream body. So thank you so much for joining me, and go ahead, click down below or head over to midsectionmelt.com to claim your complimentary midsection treatment and your clinical consultation with us, where we don't deliver you measurable results on the spot. We actually pay you $50 for your time. And also, I'd so appreciate if you please follow or subscribe. Again, my name is Trevor Buccieri. Thank you much for investing your time with me today, and give your best to the rest of your day. Take care.